took 32 of the best Funko Pops released in 2024 and I put them into a bracket for the people on my Discord server to vote for the best one. And man, oh man, did things get pretty interesting. I do votes like this all the time on my Discord server, Everything Funko. The last one we did was for Christmas. It was a holiday themed vote. One before that was the ugliest Funko Pop. The one before that was the scariest Funko Pop. We do these votes all the time and you guys seem to really enjoy them. So I'm not stopping anytime soon. This time around, since it is the start of the year 2025, Happy New Year to everyone watching, by the way. It's the start of the year and 2024 is now gone. I decided it would be a cool idea to take some of the best pops from 2024 and put them into a bracket. Now, there was so many pops released this last year, so I went to you guys on my Discord server and I asked you guys to send some of your favorite pops of the year. And you guys on the Discord server killed it. You guys submitted so many awesome pops from last year, way more than 32. So I had to go through them and pick 32 out at random. And let me tell you, things did get pretty interesting. There was a lot of really awesome pops, so by far this has to definitely be the hardest vote that I've ever done. The pops competing in this vote are the following. First off, we have SpongeBob Heading Out, Spiderhead, Tony Stark, Marionette, Jimmy Neutron, Mihawk, Sonic with Rings, Shrek, Deep Space Homer, Good Luck Bear as Gillman, Mecha Godzilla, Bart, Scott Pilgrim, Banjo-Kazooie, Robot Chicken, Chowder, Kaido, Golden Freddy, Mermaid Man, Barnacle Boy inside the Invisible Boatmobile, Jinx, Art the Clown, Caesar Clown, Elmo with Tango, Chainsaw Man, Oxen and Wagon, Pochita, Doodle Bob, Jack Sparrow, Mimikyu, Headless Freddy, Shanks Wanted poster, and finally Anxiety. These are some really cool Funko Pops, and like I said, they're all really good, so this is going to be by far the hardest vote that I've ever done on the channel. So I recommend you guys from home to play along with the video. But yeah, enough of me talking, let's get right into round one. Round one kicks off with a great battle between SpongeBob Heading Out and also Spiderhead, two really cool Funko Pops. On one hand, you had a really cool concept in Spiderhead. It's super interesting, super awesome. And then on the other hand, you have a really popular meme turned into a Funko Pop being SpongeBob Heading Out. Both of these I think are really cool in their respective ways, but you guys had a clear favorite on the Discord server. SpongeBob Heading Out won with the 107 votes to 9. Then we've got Tony Stark up against Marionette. And I actually recently got this Tony Stark Funko Pop in my collection, and I've got to say this is by far one of my favorite Funko Pops from this past year. This pop is just so cool. I love it so much. Marionette is also really cool. I'm not super big into FNAF, but I do know the FNAF fans love their Funko Pops, and I do think all the FNAF Funko Pops are always really cool when they release new ones. But in the end, Marionette did lose with 31 votes to 89. Then we've got Jimmy Neutron up against Mihawk. Jimmy Neutron is an awesome Funko Pop. I love this a lot. I'm so happy they made it. This has been a thing that people have wanted for such a long time, and they finally decided to make a Jimmy Neutron Funko Pop. And on the other side, we have Mihawk, another Funko Pop that people really wanted to see for a very long time, and this was a year full of awesome One Piece Funko Pop releases. Mihawk being one of the best of the year as well, also one of my favorite Funko Pops from this year. In the end, this was a super close battle, but Mihawk did lose with 55 votes to 57. Only 2 votes separating the two, which is crazy. Then we've got Sonic with Rings up against Shrek, and Shrek unfortunately lost with 36 votes to 84. Honestly, I thought Shrek would put up a better battle. People seem to really like Shrek, and I think that Funko Pop is really cool. Some of these Shrek Funko Pops he released this year are awesome, especially considering the last time they released Shrek Funko Pops was almost a decade ago, so it's awesome that we got some updated Shrek Funko Pops. But that Sonic with Rings Funko Pop is just so cool. It's just so awesome. I love it a lot. Then we've got Deep Space Homer up against Good Luck Bear as Gillman, and Good Luck Bear lost with 8 votes to 105. I think both of these are cool, but I don't think they're contenders to be the #1 Funko Pop of the year. Out of the two, I would have to agree that Homer probably is the better pop, but what I'm trying to say is I don't see either of these two being in like my top 32 personally. I do think they're really cool Funko Pops, some of the best from the year, but would I say they're top 32 of the year? Probably not, but it's not up to me. It's up to you guys on the Discord server, and you guys voted for this pop to be in the vote, so that's why it's here. Then we've got Mecha Godzilla up against Bart Simpson, and Bart lost with 49 votes to 65. I mean, this one's a no-brainer. I'm surprised it was even this close. Mecha Godzilla is so cool. I love that Funko Pop so much. Just look how awesome it is. Then we've got Scott Pilgrim up against Banjo and Kazooie, and Banjo-Kazooie won with 97 votes to 9. This one doesn't surprise me at all. Scott Pilgrim is cool and all, but Banjo and Kazooie has been a pop that people have been waiting for so long. I definitely need to get one for my collection. I have the U2s, so it only makes sense that I get the Funko Pop as well. Then we've got Robot Chicken up against Chowder, and Chowder lost with 26 votes to 85. I really like that Chowder Funko Pop. I think it's really cool, and I know a lot of people are fans of it as well, but look at this Robot Chicken. Just look how cool it is. There's so much detail in it. It's such a cool concept. I like it a lot, and I think it is arguably, not even arguably, arguably. I think it's a lot better than Chowder. Then we've got Kaido up against Golden Freddy. A really tough battle here. Two really awesome Funko Pops from two really popular franchises. On one hand, you have a 10-inch Funko Pop of Kaido in his dragon form. This pop looks so sick, full of detail. And on the other hand, we have a really popular Golden Freddy Funko Pop that we got an updated finally version of Golden Freddy after so long. The votes were relatively close, and in the end, Golden Freddy won with 63 votes to 50. Then we've got Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy in the Invisible Boatmobile up against Jinx. The Invisible Boatmobile is such a cool concept for a Funko Pop. Obviously, it looks like they're driving in the boatmobile, but it's invisible. That's like the whole thing in the show. It's so cool. I love this Funko Pop so much. And Jinx is also really cool as well. It's from Arcane. Arcane arguably is one of the best shows, if not the best show from 2024. I think only season 2 came out in 2024, but you know what I mean. But Jinx did end up losing with 26 votes to 84. Then we've got a Battle of the Clowns. We've got Art the Clown up against Caesar Clown. Two really cool Funko Pops. Art the Clown and Terrifier have like a huge fan base behind it. And the same thing goes for Caesar Clown and One Piece. One Piece was such a huge hit for Funko this past year. But in the end, Art the Clown did win with 72 votes to 33. Then it was a very funny matchup between Elmo with Tango and also Chainsaw Man. These are two very completely different Funko Pops. I swear I didn't do this on purpose, but this is by far the funniest vote in today's video because they're just so different in what they are. But Chainsaw Man did end up winning with 76 to 35 votes. That Chainsaw Man Funko Pop is just so good. It's so much like, I don't even know how to explain it. There's so much detail in it. It's just so awesome. Then we've got Oxen and Wagon up against Pochita from Chainsaw Man as well, and Pochita won with 62 votes to 45. Doodlebob up against Jack Sparrow, and Jack Sparrow lost with 36 votes to 80. There was over a 40 vote disparity in those two pops right there. That is crazy. That Jack Sparrow Funko Pop is so cool. I would have to take Doodlebob over that, but Jack Sparrow deserved to be a little bit closer than that. Then we've got Mimikyu up against Headless Freddy, and Headless Freddy lost with 41 votes to 72. This one did honestly surprise me. I know Mimikyu is a very popular Pokemon, but Headless Freddy is such a cool Funko Pop, and I really thought he was going to make it to like the semifinals at least. So to see him out in the first round is very surprising to me. Then finally we have Shank's Wanted poster up against Anxiety, and Anxiety lost with 29 votes to 82. Mihawk got eliminated, Caesar Clown got eliminated, Kaido got eliminated. All we have left now moving on to the next round from One Piece is Shanks, which is very surprising considering how well One Piece Funko Pops did this past year. This past year was definitely the best year for One Piece Pops. But yeah, with that last matchup out of the way, that concludes round 1 of this Funko Pop vote. What do you guys think? Is there anything you agree with or disagree with? Let me know in the comments down below. With all that being said, let's move on to round 2. Round 2 kicks off with a great battle between SpongeBob Heading Out and Tony Stark, two very popular Funko Pops from this past year. But in the end, there was a clear favorite. Tony Stark won with 95 votes to 40. This one really did surprise me. SpongeBob Heading Out was probably going to be like my guess for who won, or maybe even came up in the finals, semifinals. So for him to be eliminated right now, it really does surprise me. Then we've got Jimmy Neutron up against Sonic with Rings, and this one wasn't really close at all. Sonic with Rings won with 111 votes to 18. Then we've got Deep Space Homer up against Banjo and Kazooie, and this one honestly has to be the biggest upset in the video for me at least. Banjo and Kazooie lost with 32 votes to 96. Wasn't even close. I really thought this Banjo and Kazooie was gonna make it far. I really like this Funko Pop a lot, probably one of my favorites in today's video. Then we've got Mecha Godzilla up against Robot Chicken, and Robot Chicken won with 84 votes to 43. I really thought this one was gonna be closer as well. Mecha Godzilla is really cool, but I would probably take Robot Chicken over it, to be honest. Then we've got Golden Freddy up against Mermaid Man, Barnacle Boy, Invisible Boatmobile, and this is a really close battle as well. Two really cool Funko Pops, but in the end, Golden Freddy did win with 74 votes to 59. Then we've got Art the Clown up against Chainsaw Man, and Chainsaw Man won with over 70 votes. He won with 102 votes to 30. And then it was Doodlebob up against Pochita, and Pochita lost with 27 votes to 102. And finally, we have Mimikyu up against the Shanks Wanted poster, and Mimikyu won with 78 votes to 58. If I'm being honest, I thought all the One Piece Pops were gonna make it further, so it really surprises me that they're all eliminated within the first and second round. But yeah, that concludes round number 2. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Let's move on to round number 3. Things are starting to get pretty interesting with 8 pops remaining. First off, we've got a great battle between Tony Stark and Sonic with Rings, two really awesome, innovative Funko Pops from this past year. In the end, Sonic with Rings did win with 78 votes to 42. Then we've got Deep Space Homer up against Robot Chicken, another huge upset in my eyes. Deep Space Homer won with 75 votes to 38. Robot Chicken is by far the much better Funko Pop here. It's so much cooler in every way. I don't know, I might just be a hater, but I don't like that Homer Funko Pop that much. I'm surprised it made it this far, especially up against that Robot Chicken. Robot Chicken is such an awesome Funko Pop. I like it a lot. Then we've got Golden Freddy up against Chainsaw Man, two really popular Funko Pops from this past year as well, two really cool Funko Pops. But in the end, Golden Freddy did lose with 51 votes to 63. And finally, we have Doodlebob up against Mimikyu, and this is probably an upset for a lot of you guys watching, but Mimikyu did lose with 29 votes to 90. But yeah, that concludes round number 3. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments. Let's move on to round number 4. We have 4 pops remaining. Round number 4 kicks off with a battle between Deep Space Homer and Sonic with Rings, and there is a clear better pop here, and that is obviously Sonic with Rings. Sonic won with 105 votes to 27. Then we've got Chainsaw Man up against Doodlebob, and let me know, what do you guys think won this battle? Who do you think won? If you said Chainsaw Man, you would be incorrect. Doodlebob won with 71 votes to 62. By far the biggest upset in today's video. That Chainsaw Man, I really thought it was gonna win the whole thing. Look how cool this Funko Pop is. So much detail, such an interesting Funko Pop. Don't get me wrong, Doodlebob is cool and all. I love Mihoy Mihoy, I love Doodlebob, I love it. But is it better than that Chainsaw Man? I would probably have to say no. But yeah, after that round, that leaves 2 pops remaining. Let's move on to round number 5, the finals. We got Doodlebob up against Sonic with Rings, 2 clear fan favorites here. Sonic with Rings is an awesome, interesting, innovative Funko Pop. And then you've got Doodlebob, a really interesting Funko Pop that doesn't really look like a Funko Pop at all, but it is from a really popular meme, and it's from SpongeBob. SpongeBob has some of the best Funko Pops that Funko has ever made. So we have 2 really cool Funko Pops here in the finals. What do you guys think? Which of these is the better pop? Let me know in the comments down below. In the end, Sonic with Rings did win with 76 votes to 51, making this Sonic with Rings Funko Pop the best Funko Pop from 2024 according to you guys on my Discord server. What do you guys think of this decision? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and thank you to everyone who participated on the Discord server. Like I said, if you didn't vote for today's video, that's okay. I do votes like this all the time, so feel free to join my Discord server. There will be a link in the description of this video. Thank you so much guys for watching. I appreciate all of you guys so much, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.